Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Right, we'll see what the universe wants to tell you today. We'll start with the charms, the picture dice, and then cards, okay? Okay, there's something to do with you are entering a phase, right, of very long term stability. And you got Saturn, right? So you're going to be feeling grounded and stable, okay? You're all protected by the divine. They're watching over you, okay? But try and ground yourself down into thinking and feeling that you're stable, right? Long-term stability. Because I know, obviously, with what's going on out there, everyone will be feeling quite unstable probably. But what they're saying is focus on feeling grounded and stable, okay? Because not everything is as it seems. You might want to kind of block out other people right now, okay? Like the masses is what I mean. Just to give yourself some quiet time. Maybe do things around the home or something that you enjoy, right? I've just been doing that actually, making protein bars in the kitchen. Then I'm going to go back in after this and make chocolate fudge just because I think that's a nice way of grounding yourself. It's keeping you busy, doing something homey, and you get something good at the end of it too, right? It's relaxing to your mind. So that's something I've been doing to feel grounded and stable. And then, you've got food, right? Plus, you know what's in your food. So things like that. It brings stability and comfort, okay? So this is about, you might have a project, right? Or something that you enjoy doing that you're kind of guided to do or guided to start, okay? Something, a project that is maybe like a dream of yours and you always thought, oh, I'd like to try this or I'd like to try that. Something adventurous. Like maybe if you haven't made anything before yourself, like you can maybe try that, right? Something new. And then you might discover that you enjoy something that you didn't know that you enjoyed, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, there's growth here. There is. Something to do with communication, right? Seeing things from a higher perspective. And it makes things flourish, right? There is fertile ground here for growing something, right? Whether that's literally or metaphorically speaking. But growth, it's going up. You're going to be shocked about growth somewhere. I'm not sure where, because I can see growth everywhere here, right? And you're really surprised. I think you didn't realise something. I don't know what it is that's growing. It will probably be different for everyone, okay? But if you're feeling uncertain, okay, the angels are protecting you, you're protected, right? So you don't need to feel confused or Well, let's say if there is anything confusing you, stop listening to it, okay? Because all it will do is keep confusing you, right? So all you need to know is there is growth happening, there is grounded stability happening, and it's long term. Whatever this is fertile, something that you're growing, right? And you're protected, it's all over here. Right, we'll do the dice now and see what we get. So you do seem to have a surprise on the way. Or it's like a realisation, right? Yeah, there's like a transformation happening, right? It might be a transformation in your willpower. Maybe you were feeling like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. And you kind of want to give up. You know, if you were feeling like that, you're about to change and go, nope, I'm carrying on and taking action, right? There's a transformation happening. I feel like it might be in your mind, right? Yeah, because if you get grounded from being up in your head all the time, when you get grounded, you start moving, right? And start taking action on things. And it will make you feel better. Yeah, there's this long-term growth, right? What are we talking about? You're going to be really happy, right? About some sort of stability that's coming in. That's the grounded stability long term. Yeah, whatever this is that's growing, right? It seems like you might be at the beginning of it. But long term, it will actually bring finances as well. Okay? It could be a project you're doing in your home, maybe. Some sort of project. I don't know. It's something that you've decided to begin, okay? It is bringing money to you, and somehow it makes other people happy as well, right? I'm just thinking of the cooking thing again because I said that earlier. It's like, say, all of a sudden you realise you enjoy making chocolate fudge, right? Or protein bars or something like that. Because you tried it, you like it. And then maybe you might start selling these things. And then other people will enjoy it too, right? Just for an example, it doesn't really have anything to do with baking, right? Well, it might have, but it's not. I'm just using that as an example. Okay. Yeah, and then other people could benefit from it too. It brings them in, and then somehow you make money from it. This is all. It's all growing into something, right? So if you've just started something or thinking about starting something as a project, it could lead to a lot of abundance for you, okay? Yeah, if you just stick in there, hang in there, it will grow your finances, okay? Right, we'll get some cards now. I'm going to pick one from here and see if we can make sense of this. I feel like it's vague to me. You might know what I'm talking about. I hope you do. Right, okay. What do we have for the collective? Oh, there's one. Number 13. It's time to celebrate the completion of a cycle. Success is yours. That was here, right? That was like sitting on top of completion of a cycle. Well, I suppose that makes sense, right? Because this was completing a cycle, and this is the beginning of a new cycle over here. And this is all what I was talking about, this new cycle, like a new project or something that you were beginning, but it could grow into something, right? So something is completing here. It's a big thing because this is long. That's a long-term cycle that you've just been in. Now it is completing, right? Successfully. And then you begin a new one. Yeah, because number 13, yeah, the full moon is a completion, right? And the 13, it's like a new beginning of growth. That's what's going to happen now. Then we've got this in the bottom of the deck, number 25. A new relationship is beginning. Love is in the air. Okay, that could be with a person, or it could just be a new relationship between you and a project that you want to do, right? It could be anything. So let's see what's the vibe. Let's see if we can get anything from here. Yep, there you go. Daydreaming. Right, so I think it feels like you've been dreaming about doing something that maybe you haven't done before, or you want to try something. You know, it's like your hopes and dreams. So whatever you've been dreaming about, why not just try it? You know? Because you can keep a dream in your head forever. But you'll never know if you really like it if you don't try. Right. I'll pick some tarot. I feel like this is vague. Right, let's find out what's starting, right? See if we can get information on that. Right, so what is starting for everyone? Oh. Oh, this is nice. Right, okay. There's a tower. That's where it... This is like something ending, right? Falling to the ground. It could be an old system or an old belief, right? Like you always thought something was a certain way and then you realised it's not. So it changes your perspective completely on your existence. This is big, okay? Yeah, it's like something changing your perspective. You must find out some sort of information, right? And it has a big effect. But the thing is, it frees you, right? Because this is like a false existence that was happening there. Or a false belief, okay? But if you have false beliefs, then you'll be living a certain way according to those beliefs, and they're not right. So when that changes, your life will change also. So then this new beginning here is the Page of Cups, right? Obviously, from the picture, you can see it's very creative, right? So this is like someone who's a beginner in something. Maybe you want to take up painting, right? Try painting. It's something creative anyway that you're thinking about doing, and it's like you really do have a lot of fun doing this thing. I really hope you can't hear my stomach rumbling. Right. Yeah, so it's creative, it's emotional. Yeah, it's dreams as well, right? Because the Page of Cups is like the dreamer. So I really feel like you're deciding to bring a dream into reality. And then you've got the Queen of Cups, right? So you can see this as a progression from the new start, right? The Page of Cups, who's growing into the Queen of Cups. She's also very creative, right? And like emotionally nurturing, very intuitive as well. So this is like really harmonious, right? So it's like whatever this tower is is, then it really is actually a good thing, because it makes you start, I think it really gets you in touch with your emotions and your creativity, right? And then you begin something and you really grow into it really fast. And it makes you feel really good inside, right? Yeah, it does. I really feel this is very general, because it will mean something different to everyone. We'll have a look and see what else there is. Okay, now we have the Lovers, right? It's like making a connection. Well, that might be a new relationship for some of you, right? A new relationship is beginning. Love is in the air. Like I said, it could be a person that you're connecting with, right? That is likely because of these cards. But it could also be just connecting to a project that nurtures you, right? And then in turn will nurture others as well, and you'll make connections through that. Then we have the Empress. That's fertile. I kept going on about long-term fertile stability and all this, right? Being grounded and all that. And then you've got the King of Wands. He's making plans, right? It looks like plans to do with the collective, or maybe travelling in the world or something like that. Yeah, it could be something you're doing with someone else, or it could be something you're doing alone. Okay. But it's all looking good anyway. I'm going to see if I can get more specific on this. I'll use some tea leaves, right? Right, what else can you tell everyone about this reading? There you go. You're on the road to success. I think I'll just leave it there, because that's a good message. And this has been quite uplifting so far. Right, so what we'll do is we'll end with this that we usually pick, okay? So you're on the road to success. That's great. Well, you definitely are, right, with the Empress and the King of Wands here. Now, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Celestial Gate, opportunities and new horizons. Right, that's all about what we were talking about on the board there. Right, so we've got comfort, care, and healing. Right, you might have very healing hands, right? Or like really do something with your hands, like create something, right? Maybe you're a painter or a crafter or a baker or a hairdresser or whatever, okay? It could be anything. And then we've got the divine mirror, self-reflection, and truth, right? Yeah, it just feels like all of a sudden, right, this can be an all of a sudden shock, or like a realisation, right? And we have realisation on the board. So I think you're going to get a realisation all of a sudden, right? Try this new thing, realise that you love it, and then you're on the road to success. And I feel that it's got a lot to do with creativity. Okay, or it could be like a new relationship with someone as well. Why does that keep falling off? Surrender to the divine and use this time to rest and recharge. Yeah, we are actually right now as I'm doing this. It's like a resting period before something begins, right? So resting is a good idea. It'll give you time to dream up what you want to do. Okay. Right, I'll just leave it there. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.